welcome back to Astroways face reading. Recently, there's been a lot of drama happening in the tech world. As our lives are getting more and more high-tech, and tech is where the money is and potentially more money to be made, our focus is getting more and more on the tech world as well. In fact, a lot of the top rich people in the world used to be coders or specialized in machine learning or computer science or software engineering or programming when they were younger. Bill Gates started learning about computers, hacking and coding when he was 13 years old. Mark Zuckerberg started his coding journey at the age of 8 when he was in grade 6 and got his first computer. Elon Musk taught himself to code when he got his first computer at the age of 10 and sold his first computer game at the age of 12. Jeff Bezos' major back at university was computer science. Not sure if he ever coded anything, but he definitely learned it. I have some degrees in programming and have been very actively working in the tech industry for the last 10 years. Of course, I'm not rich like them, but one of the great benefits of being a coder is it makes you analyze things in a logical way. That's also why I decided to do Astroways, to help you to understand metaphysics in a logical way, not a superstitious way. You gotta know the word metaphysics has physics in it. There's nothing secret or magical about it. It's all based on logic and data analysis. Anyways, today we have Elon Musk's face reading. First of all, he has a very typical rectangular face, a very metal kind of face, big square jaw, big square forehead. It's like a rectangle. People who have rectangle faces usually have a very high tolerance of heart conditions. Think about it. Historically, if you have a big jaw, means you eat a lot, you chew a lot. And why do you eat a lot? It's because you need the energy. Why do you need the energy? Because you work a lot. You burned a lot of energy, especially physically. And those people usually have high tolerance for heart conditions, like you can put them in the desert, in the jungle. It's not necessarily mean that they can make their way out, but they can definitely survive. The same way applies to work conditions. Rectangular face people have more chances to overcome difficulties and survive the low period of time. Now, without this type of square jaw, which most artists and celebrities all tend to have sharp face and sharp chins, not massive jaws. I'm not saying that they can't survive hardship in life, but they definitely have a higher chance to have a mental breakdown when they experience hardships in life. So having bigger jaws may not look as good visually, but it definitely benefits you in your life. Apart from big jaws, let's look at Elon Musk's face based on a timeline. When he was younger, he had very soft and fine eyebrows. What does that mean? Eyebrows represent our siblings, so he must have a quite good relationship with his siblings. They cared about each other, they helped each other out, etc. That's one of the best parts of his face. And between his eyebrows, there's very wide space, which is what we call yinyang. A wide open yinyang means he was optimistic. He had a lot of trust in people. Also, he has a wide mouth as well. Wide mouth people are more open-minded. They tend to have the potential to do well in business because they don't tend to focus too much on details. They tend to focus more on the bigger picture. You'll find if you offend a big mouth person, he'll be like, ha ha ha, and forget about it. While if you offend a small mouth person, he may remember you and tend to find a chance to get back to you. Compared to his brother, Elon Musk has a long mid-face. Mid-face means the area between your eyebrows and your nose, represents your mid-age. The upper area of your face is your childhood age, and while the middle part is your mid-age and the bottom part is your retirement age. The longer that part is, means you tend to have more going on in that age. He also has bigger cheek meat. Remember I said good cheekbones has to be hidden behind the meat, not sticking out. That means the power comes with money, not just empty power. Now let's look at the gap between his eyebrows and the eye area. If you watched my video about eyes, you know this area is called the house of assets and properties. You have a big area here doesn't mean you have loads of big properties. Most metaphysicians will actually tell you that. Oh, you have big house of assets and properties. You live in big houses. You have a lot of inheritance. No, don't listen to them. I've seen people with tiny narrow gaps, but they are rich as anything. And they have more properties than they can count. Okay, so this house of assets and properties is more like mentally and spiritually rich. You're rich in taking new ideas, new concepts, new ways of doing things, new inventions, new points of view, etc. You're more of an open-minded person than others. And you're easier to accept new things and ideas than others. You find big gap people are easier to say yes to new things than people with narrower gaps. As he grew up, seems like he went bald quite early. He lost quite a lot of hair on the front. Hair loss is not a bad thing in face reading. You may not look good losing hair, but if you look at Buddha, he doesn't even have hair. If you think anything on your face doesn't look good, don't panic just yet. Look at Buddha's face. If he got the same thing, then you can relax, which means it's a good thing. Hair loss usually reflects this person thinks a lot. His brain is constantly active, and his brain is full of ideas, whether they're good or not. So far on his face, the feature shows that he has loads of ideas, is very open-minded, and got an active brain. Whether he can use these ideas and make money out of them, we need to look at the nose and cheeks. Cheeks, we already mentioned that they're good and bring him money. Now, nose is where we see if this person is career-driven and if his career path is smooth or not. Which is also a yes, he got a straight nose and his nostrils are opened up on the side. That's the house of indirect wealth, which means you have the opportunities and you're lucky with your side hustle money. While the middle part of the nose represents your actual full-time job, your responsibility. That's why you see when he was younger, the two sides of his nose are bigger and more opened up. As he grew older, the middle part of the nose is thicker and straighter because the side hustles he had when he was younger eventually became his full-time job and he earned a lot of money from that. Apart from his career, which everybody knows, we can also talk about his eyes, where his relationship and family life show. His eyes are the shape of an upside-down boat, like smiley all the time. This type of eyes means this person is constantly attracted to others and also attracts others. You rarely find people with this type of eyes only have one marriage in their life. And the bottom area of his eyes are very filling and puffy. That means this person is highly fertility and tends to have lots of kids. So we've seen most things are quite positive on his face, and he's not doubt one of the richest people on the planet. But as a businessman, to see if you are successful or not. We not only need to see if the business is running good, if you have got lots of profits, if you've got lots of resources and opportunities. Other than that, we may also need to see how your reputation is. Do your employees like you? Can you keep good talents? Although nowadays, most business people, most CEOs, board members in public trading companies, they don't actually care. They care about how much money goes into their pocket. And maybe they also care about the products they make, if they're passionate about their products. But not all of them care about their employees. And that's where the reputation builds up. The most important factor is to see if you have a good reputation, if your employees love working for you, and if the public and media love you, is to see if you have good, deep, clean nasolabial folds, or if you have deep, praise wrinkles going up from the jaw area. One good example is President Obama. He has beautiful long folds even when he was not smiling. And when he was smiling, you can also see the praise wrinkle going up. While Elon Musk, you don't really see any wrinkles. He got some here and there, but nothing super deep or long or focused. So, he won't have a super clean, neat, and positive impression to the public. And that might be one of the stuff he needs to watch out for the most long-termly. Of course, that's the whole point of learning face reading, is to learn about what your strengths and weaknesses are and make sure you use your strengths wisely and improve your weakness. Okay guys, that's all for today. If you want to have your personal face reading with me, you can email me at astroways.info@gmail.com or find me on Facebook at Astroways. If you like my video, please give me a thumbs up. If you want to know more about metaphysics, please subscribe my channel and I'll keep you updated.